friends, my name is Megorium and I'm the final artist of 1000's smallest art collab, and it's been such a wonderful experience and I'm so excited to share it with you. This is my best friend, Sierra Overlord.
Hi.
So Sierra has been my biggest supporter. She's my longest friend, and she was helping me throughout the collab, giving me lots of tips and advice, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But first, I just wanted to thank everybody for your confidence and support in me, and for attending all of the live streams. It's been an honor. It's been so fun. We've had such a great time. But let's go ahead and dip in, and I want to talk about everything that I did. Initially, when Smitty reached out to me, I had started sketching up some ideas, and first I sketched up like an old TV, and I had old like video game looking futuristic system and a controller, and I knew I wanted plants because there's so many greens across this canvas here and in the middle, and I knew I wanted to put green on my side. So once I kind of got like a rough idea down, then I started solidifying a concept. I wanted to push outside of the box creatively and artistically, right? So the man, he has the TV for a head. He's playing video games on a futuristic console. I wanted it to feel dystopian, but I didn't want it to be dark at all. I wanted it to feel light and cheerful. And so that's why like I kept the sky looking like daytime. And then as I was painting and progressing, Sierra here, she was giving me some tips, right? So what was like the first thing you noticed when you came over to the house to look at it?
Well, I think it's because I already saw the concept art of what you were doing, and I'm a visual person anyway. I was like immediately like, I knew I would have to come over and be like, go more. Like, do more. Like, initially, I think it was just the TV guy, what is his name, Static?
Yeah, we named him
Static.
Yeah, which is so perfect. It was such a good name.
Yeah, you know, and just being on the lives while you were doing it, you know, it was just great. But I knew that you were very hesitant. Like, you didn't want to make any mistakes, and you were very like almost playing it safe. So I was like, push those colors, you know, push them more than you think you need to.
Yeah, she really encouraged me to go bold with the highlights. So when you see those hot pinks on the hoodie, that was Sierra's telling me like, hey, don't be afraid to make it brighter, you know?
Yeah.
And to add extra whites on the TV's head, add those little pops of white on the blue bonnets.
Definitely more is more in that aspect.
Yeah.
Like,
when you think you're done, you're not done.
Yeah, like when I think both of us have told each other that before.
Yeah.
Like when you think you're done, put it down for 10 minutes and then come back and do even more. Like, you know, grab your paintbrush, add more colors, you know what I mean? Add more dimension, and I think that just
push those contrasts.
Yes, most definitely.
And I didn't want him to feel lost in the foliage. I wanted him to stand out. He is the centerpiece. He is the focal point, and all of the background stuff just supports and aids, but doesn't hide. Then when we were talking about the concept of involving others, I'm a huge fan of Tenhun, and he's one of my favorite art YouTubers, and he always involves his audience. In a lot of his art projects, he'll ask for their advice. What do you want to see me paint? What do you want to see me do? Your voice matters. And I really wanted to bring that in. I not only do that on my channel regardless, but I wanted him to be proud of me that I'm involving as many people as possible into this project, because their voices matter too, and I wanted to get their ideas out. So when me and Cece were talking about how we were going to do that, she gave me the idea of clouds.
It was just more of like tying everything together. You didn't want like, I just felt, you know, obviously I had, you know, just giving you that input of, I didn't want it to be its own art piece. I wanted it to, like, I think it needed to aid the concept that you had, so it was still yours, but the people that were watching you and the people that supported you through the whole process, it was just a little homage to them in your piece that was already there. And I think tying in those clouds, it was just the viewers in the sky kind of attitude about it, you know?
Yeah, and that's a really good concept in and of itself. And another thing I did too was, as I was live streaming, I was throwing out ideas. Like, originally, I was gonna have him just playing a video game, just any old random video game in his TV. And as we were talking about it in the live stream, I said, what do y'all want to see him play? And Nomadic Mood, which was one of the viewers, he said, what if he's playing the collab? And that is the game. And I was like, that's a great idea. And Cece brought it up after the fact. And she was like, did you see what that guy said? And so she was telling me, and I was like, that's a wonderful idea. And it really brings the entire concept full circle, because when you really think about it, you've got a bunch of totally different artists with all their imaginations conglomerated together, and not only are we trying to match colors, we're trying to follow the flow of the space, but what is the story being told? And I wanted my piece to bring it all together so that there is a concept and a story behind it. So when Nomadic Mood suggested that, I thought, perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I took the hero that, the explorer that Tenhun painted, and I made a little man, and he's fighting the harpy dragon with the crystals on its back. And I added the eyeball, and I tried to create a little video game scene using a couple of the major elements that your eye kind of goes to when you look at the collab. Behind him, he's facing away from the collab, behind him it's projected that this is the game he's playing. And all the art pieces start to make sense.
It tied every piece, and you kind of get it, you know, at least in my brain is like, you know, because I just know you. That's mainly what it is. But I agree with you, like, having him play the collab is just tying everything together.
Yeah.
It's like, you look at it and like, you can say, okay, well, what if this was one of the monsters he had to fight? Or what if this was one of the people he befriended, you know, in the game? And I don't know, I like that idea and that concept too.
I mean, even down to the fish in the water, it's scenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if that's an underwater level that he had to explore?
Absolutely.
You know, or an NPC he had to talk to get like a side quest or something, or a princess he had to save. You know, it's really magical. You know, what if there's some, you know, dystopian future city he has to go to, and he has to talk to the little guy, the little robot that Bill Making Stuff made. It's such a beautiful. This whole collab is beautiful. Everything about it is beautiful, and I love video games and I love art, so I loved bringing that into the piece. It's just a little piece of me, and then I love that it feels like it's interacting with everything around it. And then of course we had other wonderful suggestions from the viewers as well. When I said, what color do you want his hoodie to be? And I threw out some color ideas to match with some of the other pieces, and everyone said purple and pink. All right, so let's bring that in. I said, what kind of pants should he be wearing? And we threw out some ideas, and then someone said we should do the card suits. And I said, oh my gosh, just like Vivid Kingdom, which is Tenhun's cards that he created. I said, that's perfect, you know? So everything ties back to Tenhun, and all of our love and care went into every aspect of this painting, down to the clouds, down to even the tiny little frog where someone suggested they wanted a frog. I said, well, we're running out of space in the clouds. Let's put him down in the grass, you know?
I think that person's name had frog in it.
It did.
I can't remember their name.
It was like the Jay's Frog family.
Yes, that's what it was.
And then one guy came in, he was 45 minutes late to the live stream because I hit up like the very first people who came in and they gave me their ideas.
Yeah.
He came in so late. He said, oh man, you're not taking suggestions anymore? And I said, well, don't worry. I said, we can get you in. What do you want? He said, a ladybug. I put that ladybug right there on that leaf just for him, you know? Everyone who suggested major elements of this piece, they got their name put on the back of the collab right there with mine, right there with all the other artists.
I think that's awesome though. I think that's really cool.
I just wanted everyone to feel included and loved and involved as well. This isn't just about me. This isn't about all of us. It's all of us together as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, even the viewers. Y'all are important too. And if it wasn't for you, 1000 wouldn't be as popular as he is today. None of us would be. You know, it's the viewers that matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's not forget them. So yeah, but overall I had a fantastic experience. It's been the most surreal thing I have ever experienced in my life. I reached out to Smitty Tet 11 months ago. I reached out to Shoozy first and she sent it to Smitty. I said, no harm, no foul. And I reached out to Smitty too. And I was so scared and he reached back out initially and was like, okay, well, I'll keep you in mind. But then when he hit me up just 2 weeks ago, and I can't believe it's been 2 weeks.
I know, I can't believe you did all this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I think we just, we're the same kind of person as we get in our heads and when we want to do something, it's gonna be all or nothing.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna knock it out regardless of what else is going on.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, I had nothing else happen. I mean, you work, you come home, you paint.
Yeah.
You know? And in between those live streams, if I wasn't live streaming, I was either painting off camera to get those details in, or I was playing video games. but yeah.
That's not a stab at anyone who else has a life. We just don't have lives.
So, I mean, yeah, he reached out to me and my heart just dropped. I was like, I cannot believe this is happening. We were just talking about it. We were just talking about this is the holy grail of art pieces and we are holding it. How exciting.
The only thing I have done is just obviously like little suggestions. You know, Meg completely painted every bit of this, like.
Yeah, but you're my best friend.
Yeah, but I'm just it's just I told her I wanted her in this video. Like secondhand, like excitement because like, you know, you are my best friend and I'm like, I need to see this in person. Like I need to be able to, like I'm even afraid to touch it now, but like just to like touch it and like put it in my, you know, put it in my hands. It's like, holy cow, like I cannot believe this is here right now.
No joke. And then so we had decided to take the collab on a little date around Paris, Texas. We
just
went
to show it all the sights and sounds of Paris.
So we did. We took it on a date. I took it to the Eiffel Tower. We had a wonderful conversation at the Eiffel Tower, just getting to know one another on a personal level. Like I haven't been touching it in all its naughty spots this entire time.
Anyway.
And Cece was helping. She filmed the whole thing.
I am sorry in advance.
I'm just kidding. She did a wonderful job. She did all the B-roll. She did all the like panning down. We were talking about like different angles we could film. How to get like the clouds were in the way. The shadows were all in the way.
I know the shadows, but.
And at first we were scared.
We're babies.
We didn't want to even put it on the grass. We had it on a blanket.
Yeah.
We were so scared of scuffing it. Like, bless its heart, we didn't want nothing to happen to it. And then we got a little braver as the day went by and we started putting it on the actual ground. And I promise you we didn't scratch it.
No, all the wear and tear was not us.
I swear to God, we treated it like it was like the
A baby.
most fragile
Like
little
it
thing.
was a newborn.
It was. We would put it back in the trunk on the blanket. We'd tuck it in, like, okay, little baby, back to bed. We took it to Culbertson Fountain, had a little photo shoot there. We found like some pumpkins and hay bales. She says,
It's so funny because I will say this, like, just FYI, I did get an allergic reaction.
oh yeah, you did, because she's allergic to pumpkins, and she touched pumpkin guts.
I did that for the club. It's
She
fine.
said, my hand is so itchy. It's still itchy.
I know, it's fine. I washed them really good. I'll take Benadryl later.
I am so sorry. So yeah, she says, I want to do like a corny little 3rd grade thing where you're just like laying on it and smiling like a little kid posing for a school picture.
We all did that. We're the beautiful, you know, the creepy little smile.
And I said,
And if you're from the South, you have the ginormous bow in the hair. You know, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh. We had a blast. Then we took it down to the pumpkin patch, which is where she touched pumpkin guts on accident. And we found this like skeleton dog prop. So we were like doing B-roll with that. And the whole thing was fun. We had a blast. We're about to go eat.
Yes, we're definitely gonna go eat food.
I'm so freaking hungry. But yeah, she did my makeup for me, and she's a beautiful makeup artist. Like, thank you.
You can't tell.
No, yeah, she does a wonderful job. Today was just not the day. She said 0 fucks were given today.
Well,
I'm coming to help.
This isn't even like the voice like I actually sound like. My voice is gone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she works at Afterlife Haunt and is a volunteer, and so all
It's
month
not volunteer.
long.
I'm an actor.
Oh, she's an actor.
I get paid.
Yeah, but like she works all month long at this haunted house attraction in Blossom, Texas, and it's a huge event. And so she's been pulling double duty with that, plus working a full-time job, and she still found time to help me out. So thank you so much, best friend.
You know I got you, best friend.
I love you. Come here, give me a hug.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
We do love each other. I'm just not physically. I don't like physical touch.
She lets me hug her. So thank you again to everybody who was involved in this collaboration. Thank you for choosing me, and it was an honor. It was a wonderful experience. Thank you so much to Tenhun, and I cannot wait to send the collab back to you. And thank you again to my best friend for being with me every step of the way. I love you, Cece. Bye, guys.